What would you do if a group of violent white supremacists forced you out of your home, took your job, pushed you off your land? In 2006, a white supremacist paramilitary group turned their .50 caliber machine guns onto Eloheh Farm. At that time, Randy and Edith Woodley were running a thriving education and cultural center, providing mentoring, leadership development, and job incubation for Native Americans. They had developed a holistic learning and cultural center that served both Native and non-Native people.
We were learning to be who we are. A lot of the things that we talked about was about healing ourselves, healing the traumas that we've been through, why our ancestors went through boarding school systems, why the pain is still there.
We come up with a model that addressed our people as whole people, the way with our values.
As Eloheh was growing and expanding its impact, a white supremacist group launched an intimidation campaign, which included firing machine guns along the property line, anytime, day and night.
It was just really scary. Just make sure we don't let the kids outside to play, and especially the boys. The boys were the ones that liked to go outside, and our house was full of windows. Randy, he contacted Fair Housing and all these different justice places, and no one would help us.
Watching my own children go through those things was probably the hardest part of it all.
And the question kept coming through my mind, is like, why? This is 2006, why is this happening?
So that was heartbreaking. I mean, this is a vision that I'd carried and really sold, if you will, to others for 5 years. All around the whole country, the United States and Canada. A lot of people were behind it, and it was a success. It was like nothing else that had ever been done in Indian country.
As a result, the Woodleys lost their income, and donors dropped off as they were no longer able to run their learning center. Eventually, they had to sell the property for far under its value and relocate to Oregon. However, the dream of Eloheh is not dead, and as Randy moves to retiring from teaching, the Woodleys are ready to resurrect Eloheh. They have found a property in New Mexico with land, a building that can function as a learning center and provide housing for students, as well as a farm and vineyard.
There's just been this sort of force moving us to northern New Mexico. I think because we have over 30 years of experience doing the kinds of things that we've been doing and observing and talking about the kinds of things that we've been talking about and building the kinds of networks all around with the different people that we have now, that it just seems so exciting. Not a lot of fear at all. In this land, it really just sort of feels like it's calling out to me. And it's a beautiful land. Feels worthy of me living the rest of my life out on that land and continuing to do what we do. We want people to make this thing a success because Eloheh needs to be a success, because our Indigenous people need to be a success. And we've realized along the way that non-Indigenous people can't really heal without our Indigenous people, and vice versa. So we're in this together. We have to move forward together.
Eloheh is the chance to help build a sacred space. In 2019, we need that more than ever. $350,000 is a big goal, but you can help make it happen. You can be a part of building a healing and learning space while setting an injustice right. The Woodleys have gathered, protected, and planted rare seeds on their farm, as well as seeds of hope in the hearts of others for generations. You can be a part of a resurrecting Eloheh. And when Eloheh is ready, come be a part of the community.